What's going on, guys? I am, as always, Mr. Grimreaper 2 with Dark Knight 987, and welcome to a regular edition of Back in Time. And tonight, me and Dark Knight 987 are going to give you 3 films. Also, we're going to talk about we have another movie review, a Reaper movie review to get to tonight. So we got 4 reviews tonight. No reaction videos that we're going to do. But we're going to start first with the 2000 American biographical sports film, Remember the Titans. Now, this was from Walt Disney. This is from Walt Disney Pictures. This film is directed by Bose Yakin. This film was produced by Jerry Bruckheimer and Chad Oman. This film was written by Gregory Allen Howard. This film stars Denzel Washington, Will Patton, Donald Faison, and Nicole Ari Parker. So, like with every freaking thing that we do for Back in Time, we're going to go through the plot. We're going to talk about it right afterwards, and we're going to give our thoughts on what we thought of Remember the Titans. So, if you have not seen this movie, which I'm fucking pleasantly surprised, me and him have seen it, get your ass off this video, go pick it up on DVD or find it online, and watch the damn thing, and then come back. So, because there's going to be a lot of spoilers. Alright, so here we go. In 1981, a group of former football coaches and players attend a funeral. 10 years earlier, in July 1971, at the integrated T.C. Williams High School in Alexandria, Virginia, an African-American head coach, Herman Boone, is hired to coach the school's football team. Boone is assigned to the coaching team under current Caucasian coach Bill Yost, who has been nominated for the Virginia High School Hall of Fame. In an attempt to placate rising racial tensions and the fact that all other high schools are white only, Boone is assigned the head coach job. He refuses, believing it unfair to Yost, but relents after seeing what it means to the African American community. Yost is then offered an assistant coach's job by the school board and initially refuses, but considers after the Caucasian players pledge to boycott the team if he does not participate. Dismayed at the prospect of the students losing their chances at scholarships, Yost changes his mind and takes up the position of defensive coordinator under Boone, to his daughter Cheryl's dismay. Soon after the African American students auditioning for the team have a meeting in the gymnasium with Boone, this turns into a fiasco when Yost and Caucasian students interrupt it. After this, Boone takes Yost aside and explains how he will run the team and that black and white does not matter to him, leaving Yost with a renewed faith in Boone. On August 15th, the players gather and journey to Gettysburg College, where their training takes place. Early on, African American and Caucasian football team members frequently clash in racially motivated conflicts, including some between captains Gary Bertier and Julius Campbell. However, through forceful coaching and rigorous athletic training by Boone, which includes an early morning run to the Gettysburg Cemetery and a motivational speech. I love that damn speech, by the way, that he gives at that cemetery. The team achieves racial harmony and comes out a unified team. After returning from football camp, Boone is told by a member of the school board that if he loses even a single game, he will be dismissed. Subsequently, the Titans go through the season undefeated while battling racial prejudice before slowly gaining support from the community. Where am I? Oh, Jerry. Is it Jerry or Gary?
It's Gary.
Okay. Gary even has his best friend Ray removed from the team because of his racism following a game where Ray intentionally missed a block, which consequently led to the near season-ending injury of starting quarterback Jerry Rev Harris. Just before the state semifinals, Yost is told by the chairman of the school board that he will be inducted into the Hall of Fame after the Titans lose one game. Right. Implying he wants Boone to be dismissed. During the game, it becomes apparent that the referees are biased against the Titans because they're fucking white racist bastards. Upon seeing the chairman and other board members in the audience looking on with satisfaction, Yost realizes that they have rigged the game. He then marches onto the field and warns the head referee that if not officiated fairly, he will go to the press and expose the scandal after this. The Titans soon shut out their opponents and advance to the state championship, but Yost is told by the infuriated chairman that his action in saving Boone's job have resulted in his loss of candidacy for Hall of Fame induction. While celebrating the victory, Gary is severely injured in a car accident when he drives through an intersection against an oncoming truck. The movie then cuts to the Titans all waiting in the hospital. Although Gary is now unable to play due to being paralyzed from the waist down, the team goes on to mount a comeback after in the fourth quarter and win the state championship. Bertier would remain a paraplegic for the rest of his life. Poor dude. 10 years later, Bertier dies in another automobile accident caused by a drunk driver after having won the gold medal in shot put in the Paralympic Games. It is then revealed that it is his funeral that the former football coaches and players are attending, where Julius, while holding the hand of Bertier's mother, leads the team in a mournful rendition of Na Na Hey Hey, Kiss Him Goodbye. In the epilogue, descriptions show the players and coaches' activities after the events in 1971. Thus ending, Remember the Titans.
That's right.
Now that we're done talking about this, I want to talk about some stuff here. I want to talk about a couple of things. I hated the fucking coaches. I hated the referees in this fucking movie.
Oh yeah.
The fucking racist piece of garbage motherfuckers that were biased against this team. I thought that this movie was really, really good. It's kind of cheesy at times, but it was kind of. I love that motivational speech that he gives in the cemetery, and the Gettysburg Cemetery, where he talks about what occurred. He talks about what occurred decades earlier, when there was black and white soldiers in the Civil War and stuff like that, and he gives us the speech in that cemetery. So yeah, and I'm gonna see if I can find that speech real quick. Hold on, guys, because I wanna be able to because I want to read that speech to you guys. Because let me see here. Let me see. Because there was a speech that he did. Alright, so this is what So this is what this is the whole speech. So I'm gonna read it how he did it, and yeah. So here we go. Anybody know what this place is? This is Gettysburg. This is where they fought the Battle of Gettysburg. 50,000 men died right here on this field, fighting the same fight that we're still fighting amongst ourselves today. This green field right here was painted red, bubbling with the blood of young men, smoke and hot lead pouring right through their bodies. Listen to their souls, men. I killed my brother with malice in my heart. Hatred destroyed my family. You listen, and you take a lesson from the dead. If we don't come together right now on this hollow ground, we too will be destroyed, just like they were. I don't care if you like each other or not, but maybe you will respect each other. And maybe, I don't know, maybe we'll learn to play this game like men. And that is the speech. That is the speech that he gives in the Gettysburg cemetery. It's so you need to watch the movie in order to get it. You need to watch the movie in order to see the speech for yourself.
Exactly.
In order to hear it for yourself, because it is so freaking moving and it is so awesome. It is so good. It's a moving speech, an emotional speech, because he's fucking right.
Yeah.
He's right. During that time, during 1971, they were still going through the same shit that decades earlier, white men and black men were killed on that battlefield, and they were fighting the same war.
Yeah.
And not to mention, in 2020, we're still fighting that same shit. We're still fighting racism today in 2020.
Yeah. Exactly.
In 2020. People like Donald Trump and all these other fucking racist pieces of garbage they're pieces of shit. They are pieces of shit. That's what they are. If you don't like me talking about Donald Trump, I don't give a fuck. Because Donald Trump is a piece of crap. And that's how I feel about him. He's a racist piece of crap.
Yep.
These MAGA hat wearing motherfuckers are like the new Ku Klux Klan. And it's so bad. It's so bad that we still deal with racism even today. Even today's standards are bad. And, you know, it just disappoints me how decades earlier, back in 1971, this team was dealing with the same shit that we're still dealing with today and stuff like that. So yeah, racism hasn't gone away. Racism hasn't gone away since 1971. We've been fighting that shit for decades now. So, you know.
Yeah.
But what did you think of Remember the Titans, man?
Well, I thought it was a good movie too. You know, and as all what's been said, I agree with them. The reason I say that, and the reason I agree with them is because back then that they were dealing with the racial stuff. You know, that was in history when America was first coming together. You know, and that's what it was. That Gettysburg thing, that the Battle of Gettysburg is one of the most historical battles in the history of our nation. Not to mention the most violent, too. So and that too. Anyway, and so that motivational speech. So this movie is not only just, you know, it's motivational. It encourages, and so that's what he was doing. He was encouraging, even though there were different races, that America. He's showing them what really it's about. It's about coming together and being, you know, being a team, and they proved that in that movie. And you know, and like he said before, it does have its cheesy moments, but again, I thought it was good. We have seen it so many times. I remember back in high school, in our classes, they would always put that movie on all the time. And, so anyway.
Yeah, I'm still here.
was weird. Sorry about that. I don't know what that was. Anyways, I was saying. So
it was me trying to. It was me trying to get the deal. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Anyways, I was trying to say. So like I said, I thought this movie was good. And you guys haven't seen it yet. Y'all need to watch it yourself because if you're Denzel Washington, he does really good in this one. You talk about one of his acting filmography, one of his stats will be this one here. That I had this Herman Boone, and he did a good job. And not to mention all the other actors too. And of course, I've seen all the other actors from this movie in other movies. You know what I mean? I've seen the guy that was Gary Bertier. He played a suspect in Law and Order SVU. So yeah, but like I said, this movie's good. If you haven't seen it, we recommend it. Watch it yourself. You'll see how moving and how inspirational this movie really is.
And also something else too, for those of you who are Walking Dead fans, the guy that plays Bertier. I know him somewhere. He's so familiar. If I remember correctly, I think he was either Alpha or the other one. I'm not sure which, but comment in the comment section. Tell me who it was that he played. The guy that played Bertier in the first movie.
Yeah.
In the freaking thing. So.
Yeah. The actor's name here is Ryan Douglas Hurst. That's his name, Ryan Hurst.
Yeah. But
Let me know,
yeah, I think me and Knight would agree. I think this movie deserves a 10 out of 10. What do you think, man?
I agree. Perfect.
This movie is a really good movie. I would, even though there's some cheesy parts in this movie, there is some kind of cheesy things in this movie. Like the fact that they keep singing and stuff like that during the movie is kind of cheesy to me, but it's fine. I know that they're just having fun and stuff like that, but still.
Of course, yeah.
But yeah, I think Remember the Titans is a really good movie. I like it a lot. The next time we're going to talk about a sports drama, I think Gridiron Gangs will be a good one to talk about too.
Definitely.
Because I would love to talk about, because that's also based on real life as well.
Exactly.
I think this movie was based on a real team, if I remember correctly.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this was based on real life or if this was just an actual movie that somebody made. But But yeah, coming up next, we got three more to talk about, and the next one is a real doozy. So. Yeah, stay tuned for that. So I'm Mr. Grimreaper 512 with Dark Knight 97, and we'll see you all in the afterlife. Peace.